Thank you, Mr. Chair. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. When looking at the historical context of the tax collector position and offices in the state of Florida, the Florida Constitution of 1868 provided for the governor to appoint with consent of the Senate county positions such as county treasurer, school superintendent, county commissions, and tax collector. And largely the only way to be removed was at the discretion of the governor, and when they determined the public's welfare would be advanced by the removal of these officials. A system guided not by the desires of the people, but only by political influence. A short 18 years later, in 1885, the people of the state of Florida voted for a new constitution, which allowed local residents to elect local officials, largely because the people recognized the need for accountability in local positions, free from political influences. And 83 years later, in 1968, the Florida Constitution was revised again, and once again, the people voted to continue the ability to elect many different positions in local government. As written today, the Orange County Charter establishes legislative authority, the Board of County Commissioners, voted by the people. It establishes an executive branch authority, the county mayor, who is voted by the people, but also who uniquely sits on and casts votes on the Board of County Commissioners, which again is the county's legislative branch. We see the blending of powers and responsibility, which our founding fathers purposely avoided to make sure no one person or branch of government had too much power. By eliminating the constitutionally specified office of tax collector, it would further reduce any separation of powers, checks and balances, which would remain in Orange County. The idea of removing this direct accountability and moving to a new system has only occurred in a couple counties in Florida, passing higher costs on to taxpayers. This panel should not recommend changing to a system where we, the taxpayers, pay more in fees with no change in services provided, a system where we cannot hold somebody directly accountable if something goes wrong, and a system which adds many more layers of bureaucracy, and a system which goes against the fundamental principles of this state over the last 145 years. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Ashby. Okay, next up, Kelly Quintero, then Elizabeth Tura.